and you don't always get a standing ovation. I mean, so it's nice. It's great. They're really, really receptive.
That's entirely for you.
No, it's just it's my first scene. I walk on and they all stand up like they're doing Broadway. It's like what they did for Patty and stuff. Bernadette Peters.
Yeah.
Gene.
Mr. Eugene McCoy!
Hello, good evening.
In your
afternoon.
glamorous dressing room here at the Coliseum.
My school changing room.
Well,
No, it's nice.
yeah,
My little
no
room.
windows, but
No windows, prison.
yeah. So what's it been like
Um,
being here at the E&O?
Yeah, it's good. It's the most lovely place to work.
Yeah.
Like they're so nice. From like the stage door, as soon as you walk in stage door to stage management, it's just a lovely place to come to work. And the theatre's obviously beautiful, and massive, and the whole experience has been really good. It's like the loveliest creative team, all the way from the directors, choreographers, MDs. They actually really are a really nice team. So yeah, it's been good.
Tell us about the show. Like, for those who don't know about it.
I'm not sure I know. It's a bit bonkers. I mean, it's an old classic musical, Broadway musical. Like it's in America, it's one of their staple musical shows, and everyone knows it. And then over here, no one knows it because it's never been done for 50 years.
Yeah. And did you know it?
I knew 2 songs because my friend sang one of them at Art Said, Man of La Mancha, the title song, and then Impossible Dream, which sounds ridiculous, but I was always a bit like, oh, Impossible Dream, really, everyone knows the song, it's a bit overdone, but actually it is the most incredible song. Yeah. And so it's on the poster, so it says Man of La Mancha featuring the song Impossible Dream, and then people go, I wonder where that was from. And it's so beautiful. The song is incredible. But yeah, English people don't know it. It's a story. I mean, we've modernised the setting of it, and it's a play within a play. So it's set in a prison, which we've done in kind of like a kind of nowish time, and then put back the play within the play, and that's in the 1600s, which it traditionally is. So there's 2 contrasts of times and costumes, and the way people are treated as well. So it has a universal theme, and a theme of all ages really that can carry through the decades. But the music's beautiful. The orchestra is, well, you heard it, it's so beautiful. There's like 35 of them, and that's really special. So yeah, so it's beautiful. Yeah, really nice.
And what's it been like working with Kelsey Grammer?
He's really lovely.
Is he?
Yeah, he's so nice.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a legend, isn't he? He is super lovely. He's super hardworking, very, very kind, very generous on stage. He really cares. He's really passionate, and he puts his head down and works, and doesn't complain. And he's just lovely, and he smiles all the time. He's just so nice, and his wife is great, and just got to know her, and she's lovely, and he's just a really good guy.
And did you know anybody else in the cast before you started?
Well, I knew of Nicholas Lyndhurst, obviously. Yeah. He's another legend. I mean, they literally are sitcom. They will go down as the sitcom greats, the 2 of them. I did know Cassidy a little bit. So I bought a freezer off Cassidy about 10 years ago.
What, she used to sell fridges?
Yeah. I saw her in Comet one day. That was Curry's. I bought her. She was really struggling those days. I helped her out. No, I bought a small freezer off her. She put it on Facebook, and I went and she came and dropped it off. Fun fact.
Did she sing while she delivered it?
Yeah, she did. Yeah, I gave her some notes. Notes and belting.
So Cassidy's sharing the role?
Yeah, she shares the role with Danielle De Niese, who is a massive opera star. So Danielle is rehearsing for a show at Glyndebourne Opera at the moment during the day, which is why she couldn't do the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, because obviously opera stars normally do like 10 shows of a production or something, but she just literally couldn't do rehearsals. I mean, she's exhausted at the moment, so they brought in Cassidy, someone who could be on par with her in terms of musical status kind of thing.
And did they play it differently?
Yeah, totally differently. they've got completely different voices, singing voices. They have completely different approaches of ways of working, which is brilliant because you don't want a carbon copy.
Yeah.
And they're both intelligent ladies who are at the top of their game, doing good stuff. So it's really good, and it's nice to have the difference because Danielle's has done musical theatre, but you can see how she slots into this really well, and her voice is like insane. But what's amazing is that she opens her heart. She's so vulnerable, and she really gives everything. In fact, her and Kelsey are the same. Like from the day, and everyone else, but specifically from like the table read on day one, they literally pour their hearts open every single time you do it. There's no holding back. So that's a really beautiful quality, and Cassidy's great. She really acts it well, and she's got a great belt in her. You get to hear once or twice. So it's good having those two.
Yeah, let's go back to Arts Ed. So you were in Steph Parry's year, weren't you?
Steph Parry's. I lived with Steph Parry.
Did you?
Yeah,
Should have told me that.
Yeah, we lived together in third year and the year afterwards, I think. I stayed in Chiswick for a year. Yeah, it was me and Steph and a couple others.
Incredible.
Yeah, she's great, and I'm
She's
super
so
proud of what she's been doing, because she's a person who jobs didn't come to her straight away, and she literally grafted, and what she's been doing is amazing. Like, I'm really, really proud of her. I went seeing 42nd Street, and I find it very emotional to watch her because she's just like slogged her bum off, and she's really good though as well. That's the other thing. She is really good. It's not like she's not, but it's just she persevered with it, and that is a lesson to everyone in all walks of life. But yeah, she's great.
And how was it for you coming out? So did you go straight into Mamma Mia?
The very first job I did was a job called Hollywood Symphonic, which was basically it was like a 2-week concert of Fred Astaire kind of tribute show kind of numbers with I had Caroline O'Connor coming down in sparkly outfits, and then Helen Anker and a guy called Simon Coulthard, and they were like kind of sang opposite her, and then there was like 4 boy dancers and 4 girl dancers, and there was me and my dear friend Holly Dale Spencer, who was in my year at college. Bill Deemer picked us, and we were dancing around Caroline O'Connor, and that was a hilarious job for about 4 weeks when I left, and then Mamma Mia started in January.
And you played Eddie.
I was the lead role of Eddie.
How long for?
I did a year, and then I left, and about 4 months later I got a call saying the guy who'd taken over me had injured himself, so would I go back? So I went and did another 5 months just to cover.
And then weren't you involved in the movie?
Yeah, I mean briefly. The only thing that I did in the movie was they were doing workshops translating the show from the stage to the screen. So they did about, I think it was like a week or so, then they'd call some of us in just to kind of work on the scenes and do that. And then I wasn't actually in the movie, and then I was on the movie set for a few days, just kind of, I think they were just being nice to me, basically. And we kind of choreographed a few bits and bobs, or helped them. Not I didn't choreograph, but they were trying some stuff out of me, but basically not really. But I got to be Colin Firth in a pedalo in a studio at one point, pretending to be like what he would do in a scene, because I'm very much like Colin Firth.
You are incredibly tall.
Yeah.
6'3"?
6'3", yeah.
Has that ever like hindered your career?
Yeah.
Has it?
Yeah, it cancels me out of lots of jobs, and it gets me jobs.
Yeah.
So, because if you're matching me up with someone, basically, that can always be a problem. TV kind of screen stuff. And my old agent said I'd never be on a sofa commercial, which was quite sad to hear, because I always think there's DFS adverts. Yeah, but there's DFS adverts when people they kind of bounce on the sofa and they're like, oh, this is so comfy, and it's just so horrendously tacky. But I kind of would really like to do it because it's just like lol, really. They said I never did that because I'm too tall, so I make the sofas look small.
Oh.
And I was told I'd never do a car advert, but I actually filmed one last year. So
There you go.
there you go. So that was quite good. But yeah, it does. It definitely does cancel you out. But then it definitely has got the jobs as well.
Because the Jersey Boys, did they possibly pick you because you were taller than?
I think the guys, I didn't look like the original guy,
Yeah.
but around the world there was a kind of formula of what they wanted for my part for Nick, and he was often tall, dark.
Yeah.
But it didn't. But then the guys after me were smaller. So actually, probably not. I'd like to say my talent got me it.
That deep bass voice.
But yeah, it was probably it will have been my bass voice that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it works for it. But actually, no. Thinking about it, the guys after me actually were much smaller. So no, it doesn't. You don't have to.
So you worked with Ryan Malloy
Yeah.
and John Lee.
John Lee, they were with Frankie's, yes, and then John Boyden and I joined. So we joined in the third cast of the show. But it felt like the first cast change in a way because it was the first time the seasons had changed. So it was quite a big deal for them, and obviously a big deal for us. And it was amazing. We were flown to New York to rehearse the show, learn it in 10 days. We were flown to Toronto to meet the cast there and check everyone out. And they basically wanted to do was to realise that it's a big family.
Yeah.
And we got to go to the place where like our characters were born in New Jersey and stuff, and it was so brilliant. So John Boyd and I started that journey for the whole time, and then he continued the show after me.
And what was that show like?
I mean, on a whole, it was just amazing.
Yeah.
It was just, it was quite intimidating. I found it very nerve-wracking. It was kind of my first lead, and I find the whole thing just to be like, whoa, but also just insane because you see your face on a bus for the first time, and everywhere you turn around there's a poster, and you're like, oh god. And we got to do gigs all over the place. We were constantly finishing the show, putting in a cab, and then taking to this party to sing, meet these people, do this, and it was an excitement. It felt like you were in this kind of little boy band.
Yeah.
Which is what they originally wanted to do with the boys, is to have that feeling, and it did feel like that at times. But it was just also, but actually being on stage was amazing because you're playing great parts, great songs, great choreography, the simplicity of it. Yeah,
you make it look easy. It's not.
No, it's actually really hard because it's so intricate and stylized and. I mean, it is actually quite difficult to get it right. But I loved it. I'd like to go back now and do it like for 3 shows. And
really?
Just for like 3 shows.
Just pop in.
Just pop in.
You can still know it.
Yeah, I know all the harmonies.
I'll test it out.
Oh god.
Have your lyrics. Did you have any crazy fans back then?
Yeah.
Did they exist?
Yeah, they did. A woman had a tattoo of us on her car.
All 4 of you?
Yeah. It was really. She was so lovely. I used to talk to her, and she was so. I can't remember her name. Sorry. She was so nice. She came with her daughter. Hello. Yeah, she did. It was a bit like, wow. Okay. Yeah, I did have some crazy fans, but they were all, but not kind of. They weren't crazy. They were just really nice and supportive, and.
They used to bake for you.
Some did. They would often drop me chocolate because then I love chocolate. So. But yeah, they would come. But people used to come every week, and it's amazing. But I actually just feel guilty because I always think, come on, you should be saving your money for something else. Can't you go and see something else? But they can do what they want.
Exactly.
But they were really nice, and the day I left was amazing. I had such amazing send off from people. It was so lovely.
So you're there for 2 years.
3.
3 years. Wow.
Yeah.
What made you decide to stay on for 3? Most people do 1 or 2. Did you enjoy it too much?
Basically 2 reasons. I was having a great time. It was amazing, and I was buying a house.
Oh, well, there we go.
There you go. That was quite honestly
Yeah.
because I just was like, if I stay in the third year, I can buy a house.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's your chance to do it.
So you're quite settled now in London. So you're from Middlesbrough, where I'm from as well.
Well, I mean, technically...
Well, you're from Stokesley.
I'm not even from Stokesley.
Where are you from? Great End?
No.
Ginsborough?
I'm not actually from a town.
Oh, yeah.
So I grew up at the Tontown, which is basically is a group of houses on next to
your dad's restaurant?
Yeah, next to the foot of the North Yorkshire Moors. So I was born in Northallerton, which is a town...
You went to Stokesley School?
I went to Stokesley School, yeah. But I actually... Yeah, so I never grew up in a town, so I was always so excited by people going around to their friends and being able to knock on the door and say, do you want to come play footy? And because I was like, I'm not able to do that.
Not got any neighbours.
Yeah, I just shout to my brother, come and play football. That'd be it.
Did Maimie not play?
No, she was not. Don't know what she was doing. Probably reading a book, some Jane Austen or something.
Baking with your dad.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your family. So your dad is a worldwide restaurateur.
My dad is fairly well known. Yeah, it's funny because like back at home everyone knows my dad more, and then down here people, unless they're really in the industry, people don't know my dad. And certainly a lot of my friends, they don't know anything because I don't talk about really about what my dad does and what he has achieved and all that kind of thing. But yeah, my dad's in the restaurant business, and he used to have a hotel with his brothers, which is where we grew up next to, and now he has a pub with my mom in Croythorne, which is just south of Middlesbrough. But my whole family's in the restaurant business.
Yeah,
well, you know, my uncle John and my uncle Christy has a pub. Like, it just food obsessed, drink obsessed.
But this is why I wonder. So how come you missed that vocation?
I don't think I missed it. I think I purposely just went like that.
That was it. Well, what came about? How did you decide?
Because
how did you decide you were interested in acting?
Because I started dancing lessons with my sister when I was, I think, officially 2.5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think the story goes that my sister was sent to a dance class, or she wanted to go to a dance class.
Yeah.
And I was probably hyperactive or kind of couldn't sit still. And the teacher let me stay, and then I just joined in, and then just loved it. And I
Billy Elliot.
No, but yeah, it kind of was a Billy Elliot. Kind of was, yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't really know anything different. And those dance classes would be singing as well, and that turned into acting. And my sister and I just continued. My brother did it until he was a bit younger, but we just continued doing it. And it was just, as far as I remember, I was just like, well, that's what I'm going to go and do.
Before you started out at Arts Ed, did you always have the intention and desire to be in the West End?
Yeah.
Was that a goal?
Yeah, that was just like literally since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I think I probably sound really obnoxious when I kind of recall tales of myself in school and Stokesley School, because I'd literally be out the window like that, bored in maths, thinking, and my teacher would be like, Eugene, you need to concentrate, and I'd be like, I remember, honestly, I used to say things like this about, Miss, what's the point of me learning this, because I'm going to London, so I'm going to drama school, I'm going to be on stage. And the thing is that I never meant it in an obnoxious, horrible way. I just was a bit like, that is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And I've seen teachers since, and they're always really nice about it. And they're like, well, yeah, we probably guessed that that's what you would do.
Yeah.
I mean, who wants to learn maths or science? Absolute nonsense.
State school kids.
To do state school, it's very good.
So yeah, let's talk about your sister.
Yeah. So my sister Maimie is an actress.
Yeah. Doing quite well, isn't she?
She's doing all right.
Is there any rivalry between you when you see her and what she's achieved?
No, not rivalry. I'd say I think she would love to be in a West End musical, and I would love to be on the TV.
Yeah.
So I think there's a kind of a mutual kind of like,
an awe.
Yeah, and kind of, I'd love to do stuff like that. She gets to gallop around on horses in Prague and kill someone with a gun, and then they say cut, and she goes back to a trailer. It's great. But then, say again.
And eats cake.
Yeah, and eats cake. But no, I don't. Not particularly rivalry, but we're never. The good thing is we're never up for the same things.
No, of course not.
Completely different.
And
And
you
it's,
do look strangely similar, especially when you've got the blonde wig on in this.
did you think I looked like her then?
Yeah, more. Well, she looks like
I'll
you.
take it. I mean, if I can look more like her, it's probably better. But yeah, no, it's no, not right. There's not real rivalry. I think it's just more supportive, and she really understands the business. That's the good thing. Like, my brother's very supportive. My parents are, and my family and stuff, but they don't understand what it's like to go into audition.
Yeah.
The stress of it, the stress of waiting for that call to say you got it or you didn't, or so it's great having that support there and having her there. Really, yeah. But she's away filming now for 4 months, so she's abroad, so I don't get to see her, which is a shame. But I'm going to go and visit her straight after this finishes. See her on set. Sounds good. Yeah.
It's done quite a short run, isn't it? 6 weeks.
Yeah, 6 weeks, which I quite like. I haven't done a long running show for ages.
No, because you did a Christmas Carol both years running.
Yeah, did Christmas Carol, which was possibly one of my favourite things I've ever
Oh,
done.
really?
I loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
It is a beautiful production. What is it about that you fell in love with?
My character.
Right.
I got to play Toff, which I've always wanted to play Toff.
And ring those bells.
And ring those bells. Yeah, I always loved period dramas as a kid, and basically that was the kind of nearest I've got to do so far. And it was a part that had emotion and sincerity, which I really connected with, and also it's my favourite theatre. So I just love that place.
Yeah, because you were so you originally at the Old Vic doing Groundhog Day.
Yeah, which was
Incredible.
amazing and bonkers and hard.
Was that always
work.
intended to be a limited run?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We were the tryout for Broadway,
Yeah.
basically. That was an amazing experience, but I've never worked so hard. That was
Right.
intense, really intense.
Did a lot change during rehearsals? And
I mean, yeah,
Really?
we'd literally come in and be like, the whole 4 days have previously been scrapped,
wow.
and we'd be like exhausted, and then all in like dancing in like full winter coats and stuff, and but yeah, it was brilliant, but that was hard. But yeah, that was the first time I was at the Old Vic. So
And with that, was there ever any intention of, or possibility you could go to Broadway with it, or was it never going to be in
No.
on the agenda?
never on the agenda. I mean, Andy Carl came over from Broadway to
Yeah.
do it here and to go back.
Yeah.
And that was always the intention.
There's no possibility for anybody else.
No, it's more likely they take you over in plays, I seem to think, than a musical, like The Ferryman or something, or like the RSC seem to take over here. But it very rarely happens over here. But especially when it's an American piece, like when we did American Psycho,
Yes.
there was no way they're going to take us to Broadway, because that would be 15 English people coming over to create Americans, and there'd be uproar.
So yeah, talk to us more about that. So
Yeah,
that was with Matt Smith.
Matt Smith. Yeah,
He
great
can
guy.
sing.
He can sing.
He can really sing.
Yeah, and he's an amazing actor and a brilliant guy.
And it was a nice little show. Very nostalgic. It was true to the film.
Yeah, that was one of my favourite things.
And again, so you originated that.
Yeah,
So was that tricky as well?
it was tricky because it was all. Well, any new show is tricky because you're constantly changing stuff,
Yeah.
and they're trial and error, that kind of thing, and you don't know what people are going to think. So you kind of do the first preview and look like, oh god. But I also much prefer doing a new production anyway.
Right.
That was brilliant. That was a fantastic 6 months. It was at the Almeida, which is just beautiful tiny theatre, and we had a cast that was just probably the best cast I've worked with. Really, it was
Cassie Compton, Lucy Jones.
Miss Jones. I mean, Susanna Fielding, Katie Braben, Johnny Bailey, Ben Aldridge, Hugh Skinner. I mean, those people are pretty good, and they've all gone on to do everything, and they're also just like the best people. So much fun. So we had a really good scream on that show.
And what's next? Would you like to go to Broadway? Is that next on your wish list?
Uh,
Or have you ever aspired to?
yeah, I'd like to. That's not on my. That's not the next thing really. I'd more like to do a play and get on TV. That would be my dream. But Broadway, yeah, of course. I mean, it goes without saying, really.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know what is next.
Another episode of Doctors.
Another episode of Doctors.
It's where your sister started.
It's where everyone started. All the greats.
Exactly.
I'm sure Judi Dench did some Doctors.
If she hasn't,
If she has, then
she missed a calling.
that's what Agent doing.
Right, I'm going to test you on some of your lyrics.
Oh God.
Are you good at lyrics? Do you remember things well?
I remember dances better.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, you can rock out some moves if you want. Okay, I'll give you a line and you can give me the next one. Don't go wasting your emotion. Lay all your love on me.
That's the. Don't go wasting your emotion, lay all your love on me. I wasn't. No, that's the beginning of the next verse. Don't go sharing your devotion.
There you go.
Lay all your love on me. Oh yeah.
Still got it?
Flippers. I can remember the dance to that. And then Flippers coming on doing like that with their knees up, knees up, knees up.
But look at Epitaph. He wins it by a half.
Yeah, but look at Epitaph, he wins it by a half according to this here in the Telegraph. Can do. This like can do. Yeah, guys and dolls, yeah.
Yeah. When you're a jet, you're the swingest thing.
When you're a jet, you're the swingest. From the top. No. When you're a jet, you're the thing from the. No.
Little boy. You're a man.
You're a man, little. You're a man, little boy.
Little boy, you're a man. Little man,
You're a boy.
king.
You're a king. Oh yeah, that would make sense.
I mean, it's brilliant lyrics.
Yeah. I didn't do that show for very long. We probably did about 5 shows, I think.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain.
Comes when the world is weak and the rain. No,
Really?
Oh, the wind comes when the waving wheat.
Yeah.
Wheat in the corn. Waving wheat comes in. Goes just right. No.
Can sure smell sweet.
Can sure smell sweet. Can't even say it.
You can't even say it, let alone sing it.
God, I forgot I did that show. That was amazing. I loved that show.
Was it?
Oh my God, I loved it.
Would you do it again?
I would play Judd. I don't think there's anything else for me to do in it.
No, not now.
I can't be Ado Annie yet.
Okay.
Rocking.
When I was younger, just a bad little kid.
When I was younger, just a bad little kid. Mum and Dad noticed strange, funny things that I did.
Yes, my mama noticed funny things that I did.
Like shooting puppies with a BB gun.
Yes.
That's the one, yeah.
Playing the
Little
dentist, little shop.
shop. Good show.
Good show. Oh, baby, baby, you're such a card.
Oh, American Taker. Oh, baby, you're such a card. Oh, baby, baby, you're such a card. Oh my God, I can't remember. See, I can remember the dance. Oh, baby, baby. Such a card. Legs up. Oh, baby, you're such a card. No, don't know.
You make it look so easy
It makes it
when
look
I
good,
know
it's so hard.
Yeah.
That's it. Yes, well done. Thank you.
I was going to test your Jersey Boys, but you didn't really get to sing anything in main lines. You just kind of you were hard behind and
It was in hard, yeah. Just pushed in the background.
Paddington Bear.
Paddington Bear. Yes, I was tap dancing in a prison in Paddington Bear 2, which was really fun. Because musical films is what I grew up watching, and that was always... Actually, that is one of my just huge dreams, is being a musical film, of course. I used to sit and watch them all the time with my grandma in Middlesbrough. And yeah, so Paddington Bear, and it was... I remember getting a call and it was just a couple of days, and I was like, I really want to do this. And it was with Craig Revel Horwood, who I'd never worked with, who was super lovely. So we did couple of dance auditions, and then I was a policeman on the top of. They built this incredible prison up in Pinewood, I think it was, and I was right on the top, and I was getting vertigo from being stood there all day, and it was seriously high, and in my outfits, and then we'd come down the stairs giving it like this big gnashers, and honestly, us boys coming down thought we had to do it really quickly and go in front of the camera like this, which like that, and we'd go like that, and it was like the kind of like showgirls kind of like, and honestly, we just did again and again, and we thought we were about to like slip over, so we were kind of like smiling through gritted like teeth, and Hugh Grant was there dancing next to us, which was quite fun. Yeah, that was like tiny little job, but really fun, and it's like the best movie. It's so good. Watch it. Amazing.
So, is there any shows or dream roles that you would love to play? What's on your wish list?
I find it difficult because I'm a bass,
Right.
and so my vocal range is not suited to any parts basically because people don't write for bass. So there's very few. I still think Billy Elliot is probably one of the best parts for a male in musical theatre. I'm probably just a bit too old and tall now, but I'm still clinging on the fact that I can play Billy.
Never know.
I'd like to be Miss Trunchbull in Matilda, maybe. And I always wanted to be Bert in Mary Poppins, but that will never happen. I'm too old for that now. So, I don't know what else I'd like to do. What else? There must be some.
Les Mis?
I mean, yeah. I don't know what. I mean, I can imagine myself playing Thénardier in 15 years or something.
Yeah.
And I'd quite like to have a go at Le Chiffre or something.
Would you ever go back to Mamma Mia as a dad?
I'd probably go back and play Harry. That's the only thing. But again, I can imagine actually playing that, even though I'm probably just about the young side of it. But it doesn't interest me right now.
Yeah.
I think in 10 years' time, if I think then maybe that might be quite good fun because I loved it. I had the best time and I've made the best friends and stuff. But at the moment, no. But never say never. I think I'd probably. I definitely think I'd be better as Tanya. But
absolutely. Now that I've seen Years of Blonde, I can.
And the legs.
Yeah, the legs. Absolutely. Well, they're there.
I mean,
are you doing Christmas Carol again? Can you say?
I don't know. No comment.
Would you do it again if they asked you?
No. I'm done. I think.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've done it twice. There's no reason to go back and do something again, any more than that. I think. I think it's when it's something special and amazing. I think it's good to move on.
Yeah.
And I like new challenges.
Oh, it's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Well, thank you.
Tell Cassidy I'm after a dishwasher. If she's still selling.
Yeah, that's a day job.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to know, Cass, works in Tooting back in Tooting Broadway, and she works in the Curries, 9 to 5 on a Wednesday and Thursday, I think it is. Yeah.
What am I to make a living?
She'll be signing her album there as well. Over the dishwashers.
Has she given you a copy?
No, she hasn't.
Really?
Rude.
You can download it on iTunes, I'm sure.
No, I'm over it already. Listen.
Thanks very much, Eugene McCoy.
You're welcome. Thank you, sir.